with the one and only Luminumn. All right, make sure everything's all good. We'll switch over. Welcome, Luminumn. How you going?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. This has been a while since I'm under the stream, I must admit. It feels kind of cool. I've always wanted to do more, and I'm glad I could have you on the show. So, obviously, you haven't been here before. All this show pretty much is we go into detail and depth about how you started streaming from the start of the inception. Let's say, for example, is YouTube or Twitch. It doesn't really matter. And then it goes all the way and sort of when I would say when you got partners probably, so it's the most thing in big people's minds, or in YouTube we have a high sub count, stuff like that. And we sort of talk about that and anything else they would like to talk about as well. And thank you guys all so much for watching. But I'll hand it over. How you going there? And lovely to meet you, Luminum. What would you want me to call you?
You can call me Lumi or
Lumi. All right.
yeah, just Lumi.
That sounds great. Awesome. So I've noticed you're actually a part of Transcend, the team. How long have you been with them?
Honestly, I don't even know what's going on with that because really, that started back when I was playing Overwatch still,
Yep.
and yeah, it was really just like a for fun thing with my friends. And then one of my friends wanted to take it a little more seriously, but I think because everyone's um everyone's goals are so different. Like I honestly just wanted it to be like a friend group and that's that. Whereas he wanted it to be serious. So people just kind of like forgot about it and it slowly kind of faded, I guess. So there is a transcend, but it's like nothing like um serious or
Yep.
I guess legit or anything.
Oh, that makes sense. So,
Yeah.
I've noticed you. So, what's the? I just thought as well because I noticed you play a lot of League of Legends. So, I
Mhm.
was watching a stream yesterday. And you said you were a Grandmaster Jana at season 9. So, did
Yeah.
you have you had any other seasons where you placed pretty high ranked on the ladder?
That
Because
was before Overwatch. So I played since season two, I
yeah,
think. I think I got Challenger in season four, and I don't know when I got season five and season six because I know that's when I stopped caring as much. I didn't
yeah,
take the game as seriously, and then like after season six was when I stopped playing the game for Overwatch for 3 years.
yeah. What did you main in Overwatch by any chance? Because I know I always main tank. I always like that.
I'm in Symmetra and a
Nice.
little bit of Mercy. I was a
That's
bit of a one chick, so everyone hated me.
no, I always enjoyed Roadhog actually back in the beta. I got the gold hook,
Oh
I remember,
yeah,
and I just loved it because I could just one shot people. And then they nerfed it. I was like, yeah, and I just sort of like lost
honestly,
love
he
after
deserved
that.
that. He
Yeah,
deserved
same here.
that.
Because you had to like play good for it to work. But either way, so I guess from that, when did you start streaming? So because I know for me, I was started in 2012. So with you, when do you reckon you started? Was it YouTube or was it Twitch?
I did YouTube first, so when I was still in school, I kind of just did montages for League of Legends 4 years ago, like casually. It wasn't anything serious. And then when I went into Overwatch, which was 3 years, I was still doing YouTube only. I didn't stream. And that's because I wanted to just like build my audience first on YouTube before I started streaming. It was only until like 1 year later or so that my friend really wanted me to start streaming, and then I finally did. So, yeah, I did YouTube first with the intent to grow my audience first because I knew that if I just started streaming randomly, I wasn't the type of person to be able to one have a schedule and to be able to entertain like a small amount of people. Because when you first start out, you only have like less than 10 people, right?
Yeah.
And you really have to work really hard to talk with them or create conversations so they stay. But I'm not that type of person. I kind of bounce off my chat. So I knew I needed to have like a big influx of people in the first place. I couldn't grow from nothing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Actually, I've felt similar ways actually with me when I noticed when I've been starting out. Because I remember back in the day, I used to have about 50 views in StarCraft 2, but then I had to stop, took a big break. But now I definitely feel that. And I think it's nice though. I think it's like a bit more intimate, but with larger chats, it's definitely much harder. And then you go up to like the 10,000 viewer chats and it's just drivel and you can't read anything. So it's a weird balance, I think, that sort of goes back and forth. But I don't know. So I guess the next streaming. So uh, what happened with your YouTube? Because if you'd like to talk about that.
So I was silly enough to get tricked by. uh, like those fake sponsorships. So this one specifically asked for like a 30 to 60 second ad on my channel
Oh
for
yeah.
like a video editor. And so it took it up, and whatever it had for the download link, my manager thinks it's like a keylogger or whatever. So
Uh-oh.
whatever I downloaded was what got my channel hacked. Silly of me. That's been like 2 months ago,
Oh wow, you still
and
haven't gotten it back. Whoa, I thought it would
I
take like a month.
haven't. YouTube, a bit slow on it. Honestly, I don't really have too much hope in them, but if I do get it back, that'd be great. If I don't, honestly, I don't mind too much because it's like not the end of the world, and I can always bounce back.
Yeah,
So,
that's a good mindset. I like that.
mm.
So, do you reckon Twitch has been your bounce back? Would you say, or are you just like you don't really mind? You can do whatever.
um, I mean, I've always had so much of my work dedicated to YouTube more than Twitch, all my efforts.
Yeah.
So I have been a bit demotivated to do anything new, like create any new videos, because I've just been re-uploading my older videos rather than making new ones. My Twitch is more honestly there for my entertainment, like for fun, not
Yeah.
really there for anything else. It's like not there to grow my channel or anything,
Yeah.
because I know like to grow a channel, it's much more easier to blow up on YouTube than it is for like streaming.
Yeah.
But it's like doing well because um, I'm re-uploading videos and people are slowly realizing that I got hacked.
Yeah.
And figuring it out because like most people still don't know. Um, and even if you type in like my name on Google, you wouldn't even find my second channel.
Yeah.
It doesn't come up. It only comes up with like videos of people that I've been in with, like collab videos or whatever. So I just know that if I keep putting out new videos or re-uploading or whatever, my channel will then pop up more, and people will realize that I got hacked, and yeah, we can just bounce back.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, when they go through stuff like this, a lot of the time the bounce back from that sort of adversity or roadblock, it actually makes you go for longer. Like, I don't know, you get a bit more of a higher. Because you're like, oh, yeah, I remember you. And they come back and they sort of rediscover
Mm.
you and what made them watch you in the first place, sort of thing.
Because it's like I may have gotten my channel hacked, but it's like people still enjoy my content. People still
Yeah.
like they still know of what I can do. So it's like it's really um just like a hitch in the road. Like it's not like the end of the road. It's just
Yeah.
like a bit of an annoyance. That's all.
Yeah, that's very true. So, I've got some like random. I have some other questions as well. What do you think about the change to leagues about the map? Because I was sort of thinking about it the other day because I know there was a bit of a change, and I don't know, I'm actually kind of like it, but I was wondering how if you like it or not.
It changes to the map, as in like
Yeah,
the
the
three.
drags in the jungle. So with the elemental drags that sort of change the map: infernal, mountain, cloud, and ocean.
I feel like honestly the changes. I always like changes in League of Legends because it keeps it fun and fresh. Because we only ever play on the same map, so I think it's necessary for them to change the map the way it is, like with plants or dragons and all. Honestly, it's like especially because I came back
Yeah,
from 3 years of Overwatch. Honestly, if the game had the same map and all, like it would have been so boring.
yeah. That is true. Actually, I kind of noticed myself going, oh, like, that game changed a bit differently because the Infernal was there, so I could open up me, ganking them more or stuff like that. And yeah. And then you verse the dreaded Kiana on Mountain and you want to hate your life, so.
Mhm.
But yeah, either way. So I thought I'd ask as well, how has things changed for you since the COVID social distancing laws have been in place? If there has been.
Well, I never really went outside anyways to begin with because I'm such a big nerd that stays inside.
Yeah.
So honestly, it hasn't changed much for me. I would say like for content creators, it might be like beneficial for them or like helping them because everyone is staying at home and they're kind of bored. So where else do they have to go but YouTube and Twitch?
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes I do miss meeting my friends, but again, I've always just stayed at home, so it really didn't make that much of a difference.
Yep. All right. So, is there any content you want to make in the future that you haven't done yet?
I've dabbled a bit in like makeup because I really like uh going into like the beauty community. I'm not too sure if you
Yep.
really know much about beauty gurus or not.
Not too much.
Yeah. But like I've been interested in making some makeup videos. I have done a bit, but like not too much, and um a bit of like fashion, I guess,
Yeah.
like fashion hauls and all, which I've done a bit, but like again, not a lot. Most of it's like 99% League of Legends or gaming, sorry.
Yep.
Um, I wouldn't mind doing content outside of gaming, like not vlogging, but I guess like variety, if you will.
Yeah.
I just not at this stage though. Like for
Yep.
example, like a cooking stream
That'd be cool.
or cooking video. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always had like a like if I ever make it, quote unquote, I know I'm going to go to like Tibet. What I want to do is go there and become a monk for a month and see what
Oh,
happens. I
wow.
think that'd be awesome. Like imagine the
That's
content.
cool.
Obviously, I'm not sure if we had to talk in there. They would allow any of that because but maybe I'll try and find one of them that could. I think that'd be actually like such good content to watch. But yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So. All right, sorry. I'm trying to mix them up with some of the questions. I think, Hamid, what is your favorite league champ?
At the moment, I would say it's Jana. It's always been Jana, but I hate playing Jana sometimes because there's always this like stigma like, oh, Jana players are just bad at the game. Like, oh, you got challenger, but just by pressing E.
Yeah.
So I've always wanted to play other characters to like try prove that I'm not just like some boosted or carried player that I can climb
Yeah.
with other characters because I can because I mean, it was a long time ago. I don't know if it was season 4, season 5, or season 6, but I had two accounts. My main one was the Challenger e-girl, I guess, account where I
Yeah.
played Mythic John and all. But I did have a second account where I got Grandmaster or Masters playing like Thresh and like I guess boy characters, Tarek,
Yeah.
Alistar. But obviously, no one really knows about that account, so all they see me as is a Janna player.
Yeah.
And it's kind of frustrating, because you don't want to be seen as like a bad player that just like plays a character with no skill, but it is what it is. So sometimes I just try to play other characters, even though I like playing Janna a lot.
Yeah, I actually think that's a pretty normal fallacy. A lot of people get into. They sort of pigeonhole you in a style. For example, with me, I know mine's like I love playing juggernauts like Scion, Set, like Urga. All those are juggernauts, and I really enjoy the play style. Right, when I play something else, I just sort of like, I'm definitely not as good. I'm like very feast or famine. I do really well, where I
Yeah.
kind of don't do that quite well. But that's just practice in time, I think. And I think that people have strengths in different styles. And I think that, for example, I remember when I played Jana, I was never really good at it because I couldn't shield in time every time. I had like boomer reaction time, so I could never do it. So, yeah.
There's a bit of like because I'm a bit of a business person, like I have a business mindset. So
Yep.
although I would like to play other characters, I know that my audience usually don't really, not that they hate it, but they definitely prefer watching the characters they play themselves because
Yeah.
I'm not like shading, I'm not like being mean or anything, but like the reality is like a lot of girls and like LGBT people, they gear towards a certain type of character or
Yep.
role, which is like Jana or Soraka, like very like healing, shielding,
Yeah.
girls and all. And so I know that they want to watch me play Jana, and they don't necessarily like if I play something like Pike or whatever. Some do, but I know that some of them don't. So it's like this balance of if I'm always playing Jana to cater to like my audience,
Yeah.
then I'm always going to have people in the background being like, oh, just like no skill, champion, blah blah blah. I mean, not that it really should matter, like their
Yeah.
opinion, but I'm a very competitive person. So
Yeah.
like I do want to like be seen as a good player. Like I don't mind if someone doesn't like me, because of my personality or whatever, but like I want them to see me as a good player at least.
Yeah. That makes sense. I think it's actually a really cool mindset. And I think even I should adopt parts of that, actually. I know I do. I get in that pigeonhole of like, thinking. I mean, top lane especially. Like then you got these Darius players. Like, oh my god, they just run you down with Ghost because it's so OP and just kill you, right? But I think that we need to change our way of versing. They're just good at their certain style of playing, And sometimes it's just the reason I think people don't like Jonna is because she's so good at doing her job. You can shut down people who play it really well. I think people don't want to admit that actually takes a ton of skill. Learning when to tornado correctly, learning how to use your monsoon correctly, shielding at right time. Like I find that really tough. It's only because I play Lulu though a little bit, so I sort of get where you're coming from a little bit.
Like if there's a few seasons ago, there was like a Reddit post of Apto or Dopa. Do you know of him? I'm sure you do, right? Like the
Yeah,
top Korean solo queue player.
yeah, mid base loves him.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, Nidhi loves him. And he made like a Reddit post a few years ago. I think was it for the start of season or end of season? Like a summary of whatever the season it was. And he ran through a few characters, and one of them was Jana. And he did say that Jana was a character that was easy to get carried on, but does take a high skill to play. And I agree with that in the sense that, like, honestly, you don't have to be a good Jana to play well, but a good Jana is apparent. Like, it does take skill to be a good Jana. Not that
yeah,
you have to be, because there are characters out there that really you could just like first time play them and do okay, at least coast along.
yeah.
But I think people love to just focus down on like, oh, Jana, Lulu, blah blah blah. Just press E, ego support gets carried.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do something where I'm gonna be doing some like meditation stuff soon on that particular example, just of like trying to avoid tilt and labeling stuff. Because a lot of the time, I think when we play, we get so angry, we sort of lose control of what's right. Because we're in the future of the past, right? We're angry at something like, oh, my jungler fed double buffs to the mid laner. This is annoying, or oh, in the future we're not going to win now because we lost that dragon. Now they're going to get the fourth and get the soul. Now we lose. Those damning statements we tell ourselves. I think something that I think we need to sort of work on. I think as people, not really just as players as well.
Hmm. I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
That's all good. So I can go to the next question then. All right. Is there any content? I'm not sure if I asked you this, but is there any content you want to make in the future but you haven't done yet, like IRL cooking? I think you said.
Yeah, I said about like makeup or like cooking
Yep.
streams or whatever.
If we're going to do a movie stream, I think that'd be cool. Like, because I know that some big streamers do that, where they have like, everyone gets into Discord, everyone mutes themselves and watches a movie with their favorite streamer. I actually think that was a cool idea.
But they're not allowed to show it, right? They
Yeah,
just have
yeah.
it.
Actually, I think they just screen share in Discord. But yeah, you're right.
Um,
They're not allowed to show it. I think.
I don't really, honestly, I don't really do anything too much with my community. Like the most I do is like a few video games from
Yep.
here and there. Like I don't even have my own Discord server just
Oh
because
wow.
I'm not that type of person to have a Discord server. Like I've tried having one, and I hate to kind of say it, but like I just don't care to have one.
Yep.
Um, Not that I don't care about like my viewers, because like if they have something they need to talk to me about, they can always just DM me,
Yep.
and most of the time I would answer them if it's like urgent or whatever. Um, but I just don't really like having a Discord server or like being on social media that much. I don't know. To me, it's kind of scary in a way. I know
Yeah.
that's kind of weird, but like I just don't really like it.
That makes sense. Like each
Like
their own, I think.
if I have free time, I would rather just like spend it by myself and edit or do something else.
Yeah, that's cool. I must admit, I've always wish I knew how to edit properly. I haven't really been editing too well, and it just looks so bad. And I'm like, and I usually just want to pay someone else to do it. So
It
yeah,
takes practice because it's like editing might be hard now, but like it's gonna be hard now as it is with like 3 years down the line if you don't do anything about it. Like it's not ever gonna change unless you like practice. And
yeah,
I've always hated editing, and there are some fun bits with editing, like the creative aspect. Like if I have an idea, I can put it out. But I have always hated editing. I didn't make a YouTube channel because I wanted to be a YouTuber. I wanted to be a streamer from the very start. But again, I knew that I couldn't like start from zero on Twitch. So I knew I had to make a YouTube channel more of a stepping stone, and I had to force myself to learn to edit. It wasn't because like I enjoyed it or anything.
that's actually really insane. I mean, I wanted to do that, but I was just like, editing's too hard. I'll just stream instead and work from zero. So
Some
we've
people
got.
can make it by doing that. I think you have to be either lucky or you really have to have something that um, something special that people really resonate and watch you for on stream.
Yeah.
Um, but I think because the discoverability, oh, it's getting better on Twitch, but the discoverability on Twitch is kind of hard. Like, it's very unlikely someone is going to scroll down all the way to like
Yeah.
a 10 viewer stream and then click on it and then stay, right? Whereas if you're on Twitter, if you have like something that goes a bit viral or like a video that blows up or
That's true.
anything, it's much more easier to blow up on YouTube or Twitter or whatever. I've seen like someone that has literally put up like 10-second clips of themselves or whatever on Twitter constantly, and that's how she blew up.
Oh wow.
Popular, yeah.
I'm doing it all wrong. No, that's really cool though. Maybe I should like. So what are? This is just a personal question actually. Now, what is your what editing software do you use? Because I'm like tempted to learn some.
I use Sony Vegas.
Sony
Well,
Vegas.
Sony Vegas Pro 13, but now 17.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. So
I
if
hear
anyone wants,
that a good free editing is I think DaVinci or whatever it's called. DaVinci.
All right.
Well, yeah, just DaVinci. I hear that Adobe is good, but it's hard to pick up, whereas Sony is like easy to pick up, but like less capabilities, I guess.
Yeah.
So up to you what you want to do.
All right. Well, I'll have to figure that out. All right. All right. All right. Is there a league character that you want to play but you can't seem to get the hang of?
It would be in anything usually outside of support. There are some supports that I'm not the best at, but I wouldn't say I'm not capable of learning.
Yeah.
Um, I guess maybe Kale or Irelia top lane, because I've been playing a little bit of top lane and I really enjoy those characters. I don't really enjoy playing the role itself. Like I hate top lane, I hate jungle, I hate everything but support. It's just that I like Kale specifically.
Yeah.
So, I just can't seem to beat anyone at top lane though with Irelia or Kale.
Yeah, they're both champs. I think you need to pick into the thing because top lane is. You're right. All the top laners hate themselves, I think. But yeah, the lane we're just playing for too long, and that's all we know. But yeah, I think I really need to know the matchup pretty well, and I think with Kale you need to burst like a tank, or otherwise you're going to be having a bad time usually.
Yeah, I asked my friend like if there's like two players of the same exact skill level,
Yeah.
is it possible ever for Kel to win? Because Kel is like she can get counted really easily.
I think
And my friend,
yes. I mean,
my friend who's like a challenger top lane told me like it's actually just impossible. Like if it's like the same skill level of people, like a
yeah,
challenger
I guess so.
like counter matchup, it's like impossible. There would have to be smurfing on Kel to be able to like beat the other person.
Yeah, I think the
which kind of
team has to help you too. I think it's the big issue, and I think if that, and you just like Woody, everyone's just gonna four man you if you're Kale. Like all the time,
Yeah.
it's like, well, I guess can't play the game. So like, if we're talking
I
about
love
competitive,
Haley,
yeah, she is fun though. I must. When she hits level 16, I'm like, oh, I guess I can just kill everybody, and it feels great.
Yeah.
But just to get there, like, I'll have to commit like 30 minutes. Like, will I get there? It's still a
Honestly.
coin flip. Yeah.
And sometimes people like surrender before you even get 16, or once you do get 16, they surrender. It's just like,
Oh my
I
God.
found up all this time for nothing.
Yeah. I must admit, that's why I don't play Cal. I did a couple times, and then I'm just like, yeah, I can't handle it. Excuse me. I was just saying that performance early. Anyway, so I guess the other. Do you watch any competitive league like LEC, LCK, OPL, etc., etc.?
I used to back when I played the game seriously, like season 4 or whatever.
Yep.
But I didn't really like watch tournaments religiously or anything. I only watched like finals or whatever. I don't know. Honestly, I found the pro scene a little boring to watch. The only
Yep.
ever esports that I enjoyed watching was Hearthstone. I think it's just because like in Hearthstone you get to like see everyone's cards
Yep.
and both sides. It's just like easier to understand. It's more chill.
That makes
Um,
sense.
If I ever watch pro play in League, it's always like montages or like edits or whatever. So
Yeah.
like I don't have to because I know in pro play people play really safe, especially like
Yeah.
the Korean scene, right? Like you could have like 5 deaths in like 20 minutes or whatever. It's like so drawn out and like boring. Not that you can't learn from that, like playing safe, but it's just like I have better things to do than to watch like laning
Yeah,
phase and just like do nothing, right? So
that's
I
fair.
guess it's always been card games that I've been into when it comes to esports or Hearthstone.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think. Hmm. I really like. I really like Hearthstone back in the day. I think after Nax Ramus and you got to these elemental ones. I can't remember the set. I think it was set
Yeah.
three. And after that, I really enjoyed it. But then they ruined Shaman, and I was like, nah, never again.
Actually, sometimes I tell my viewers that like honestly I wish I was good at card games or I was good at like single player games because with League of Legends kind of like taxing.
Yeah,
Oh, I should say like back then I honestly never cared. I never cared if people shit talked me. I never cared if people thought of me as a Jana player. It was only until I started streaming that it started getting to my head. Like with Overwatch, it started getting to my head like people saw me as like a one trick Symmetra player. I couldn't aim. People talked a lot of shit. And I think that maybe seeped into me playing League of Legends when I finally played support or when I played Jana again.
yeah,
And people just thought of me as like a Jana player. Um, there's this like, I guess, imposter syndrome. Like, because when I came back into the scene, I was like straight away Grandmaster Jana player, and my viewers kind of like see me as a good support player, and I feel like I have to keep on proving that.
yeah,
Um, and so I have to perform well. And I used to never care too much if I perform well or whatever. Like if I played bad, it's like whatever, move on. But nowadays, it's like if I played bad, I'm like fuck. Um, like I
yeah,
screwed up. Like they're gonna think I'm not that great anymore or whatever. Um, but like when it comes to like TFT or Hearthstone or whatever, it's like I don't have teammates that I let down because it's
yeah,
only me. If I lose, it's on me.
yeah,
And I don't have any toxic players. And generally, when it comes to Hearthstone or Teamfight Tactics, I can see that the community is a lot more friendly and mature, um, right?
yeah,
Because I think just generally mature people are more into those type of games and MMORPGs or whatever. Generally stuff like shooting games like Overwatch or Valorant, it's like very toxic people and I just hate being around that nowadays. I used to not care, but like now it's like annoying because I play the game for fun and it's like not fun to be around them. So
yeah.
I always say like I wish I could trade up my League of Legends skill for like teamfight tactics skill or whatever. Because I'm like bad at TFT as much as I want to get good at it.
Yeah, I was one tricking mech last season, and now I don't think I've won a game since. I was so bad.
Okay.
Is the new mech trader good? Oh, sorry, it's not mech. It's like mech something
um,
else.
they're doing mech sorcerer
Yeah,
now.
that's it. Mech source. Yeah.
I do different variations of mech, but I still one chick mech.
Hell yeah. No, it's so good. I love it so much.
Mm,
I don't know. I just love how you like the super Garen just justice them and you just like cleave the whole board. It feels so good. But
mm.
yeah. So I guess we'll just so have you got any news about the current stuff that's happening on Twitch with the well there's like three things I think if you want to go into them.
I heard of Dr. Disrespect's
Yes.
ban.
Yeah. Doctor Disrespect's
Uh,
ban. Yeah.
I don't think they gave a reason for it today. It was just like out of the blue.
Yeah, suppose there's been nothing so far. It's just always juicy, you know. So I thought I was leave the juicy
Mhm.
drama to the last, you know. But yeah, I don't know.
Well,
So yeah, sorry, yeah,
with that ban, like for me, like honestly, I never really watched him, and we don't really know the reason why, so I don't really think much of it. Like
yeah,
I'll just wait until they come out with a explanation. But I'm
yeah,
sure it must have been like bad. Like Doctor Disrespect is like so big, so it must have been
yeah.
serious.
That's true. I must say, yesterday I was literally just F5ing everyone on Twitter. I'm like, what? I want to know more. Like, I was so bad. But yeah, and so the other issue was DMCA. Have you got any? Were you
Oh,
actively like?
right.
Yeah, so you can go on. What you want to say?
I never really put on music when I stream because I can't concentrate whilst playing with music. So I never really had that much music to begin with. Never really affected me, the DMCA. Sometimes I do like to put on like music or whenever a viewer asks like have you heard this song? You should play it. Um, I would play it, but like now I can't. So
Yeah.
there's that. But honestly, it's like not that much of a big deal. Like so, I've been like playing other random music, like tradition. I would literally just Google like traditional Chinese music,
Yeah.
and like my chat loves it because it's just like funny to have like some like Chinese flute music in the background of like it gives me like that dynasty feel or whatever, like Journey
Yeah.
to the Mountains realness. So we love it.
You have to show me some of that. Actually, sounds really good because I got a meditation thing. I'll show my stream sometimes. I've got all these different meditation music when we
Oh
go into it.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's insane. Have you ever meditated before? Just an off question.
For like 2 seconds and then I get bored.
Well, if you ever want to do it, let me know. We can do a private thing because I essentially you do go through a whole body scan, and then you can at the end of it you combine some negative feelings and a rock that you have in your mind, and you throw the rock as hard as you can, and then you will let the feeling just pass and leave you. So you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like a full-on thing I try and get people into. I think it's really cool.
Hmm.
Yeah. Just a little bit of self plug there, I guess. But apart from that, so yeah. Oh, this is an interesting question. So, what is your favorite genre of movie? Because I was going to ask, what's your favorite movie, and then some people, I thought, some people wouldn't like know how to answer because there's probably like a bunch of movies they like. So, I thought, what's your favorite genre? I guess.
I'm not that much of a movie person, to be quite honest,
Yeah.
because if I ever spend my free time, I'd rather play video games. The only time I really enjoy watching stuff is if I have like a significant other or
Yeah.
with friends. With that being said, I think I generally go towards either the action stuff or romance. It
Yeah.
never used to be romance, but like now that I want like a boyfriend, it's like
Yeah.
coming up on me, like creeping up. Like the romantic movies are always getting to me.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I would rather, I guess, watch anime if anything.
Yeah. I love anime actually. That's what I mean. That's why I
Mm.
called the Laughing Man's from Ghost in the Shell. But yeah. Oh yeah. Where did you get your name Luminum from?
I played a game called Maple Story.
Yeah.
Do you know of that?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Uh,
only played that a little bit back in the day, but I remember it.
Back in the day was like honestly the most iconic days. But I used to play a class called Luminous,
Yeah.
but Luminous is like an actual word, so it was taken for most games. Like you can't like overlap names, so I had to change up like the endings of the name to Luminum.
Yeah.
So that's what it came from.
Oh, that was actually really cool. I like that name. So now we're probably going on to the answering chat questions. So I remember someone asked a chat question. So if you guys anything you guys have to say in the chat, feel free to ask. And hello, Rust. Hey, Frogger. Okay, how's you going, guys? I remember I saw.
Um, I used to prefer Guild Wars 2.
Oh, that's
I
it.
never really, I never played World of Warcraft. I only played the classic when it came out, but obviously because um I don't have that nostalgia, like I didn't play it back then, like classic, there's no point in me playing classic. I mean, there was a time when I played like a bit of private servers of WoW and like probably 1 month of like the actual WoW, but it wasn't for me. I preferred Guild Wars 2, and then I played Final Fantasy 14 with my friends, which I really enjoyed. So out of the big three MMORPGs, I think I prefer Final Fantasy 14. But honestly, I played a lot of MMORPGs back then, and I don't think we're ever gonna get back into the days of like good MMOs because I think it's such a dead genre, and I missed like back then like the old Maple Story or like of a game called like Fly F, if you know that.
No, I haven't. But
But like
I like the
I've had a
take.
lot of
Yeah.
I've had a lot of MMORPGs back then. I just miss those days, and I don't know. I just think it's a dead genre now.
Yeah, I kind of I was thinking about dead genre, and I think you're sort of okay, like sort of right. Like every time you play, it just feels like it takes too long in this day and age. I don't know. I feel like everything's just gotten
Yeah,
quicker. Does that make sense, or do you not think so?
I think it's because back then people barely had Skype or anything, so the only way for them to connect with people is like through gaming.
Yeah.
But like having an MMORPG transport you to a different world and all, was like a great way to connect with people, to socialize, because it's really there for the socialization. But as time goes on and we have Discord and we have play other games, people aren't really there for socialization anymore when it comes to MMOs. They're, I guess the only thing left is really for the gameplay. And so a lot of times the game devs have really like sped up the game, like level up faster, get money quicker, whatever, get to end game quicker. And it just kind of seems like this endless cycle of like, do this, do that, kill this boss, new bosses. Whereas something like League of Legends seems a bit timeless because you're kind of like versing other people always.
Yeah.
So it's not like a new boss, it's just like you're versing different people. That's all. It's like PvP.
Yeah, I was gonna call it the rat race, but you explained it really well. So yeah, that's actually really smart, because I think that a lot of the time when they inject that extra time into the experience, it either inflates it or deflates it. And I think right now it's been on the verge of deflating for so long, and then they just keep having to like go, oh, here's some more content, here's more bosses, here's another expansion. It's just like, what do we? Can you actually change it up? Can you spice it up? It's actually, so it's like just more palatable. Yeah.
The only thing I think would save the MMORPG genre is like when what's it called, like virtual reality.
Oh yeah, true.
That came out, like some sort of online.
All right, never
thing.
mind. You've sold me. Let's go. That'd be sick.
Like I can only think of that's the only way where an MMORPG would like thrive and like come back, right?
That's true.
I don't really know when that will happen. Like maybe 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line. I don't know. I hope soon.
I'm gonna say 8 years, and I don't know why 8. It just screamed out to me, and I think because there's gonna be a cheap enough VR that's accessible to everybody. That's the issue, because computers are like, everyone can get a computer, and everyone can make it work. With VR, you need like a certain like rig to make it work, and there's so much shit attached to it. Heaps of USB cables as well, I got told. So yeah, once that's streamlined, I think then you'll just have the giant crossing, and then wonder what pro gamers would be then. Like, a pro gamer's going to be people on the little headsets and they walk around. That'd be a bit different.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's another question. If Luna could collab with anyone, who would it be?
I don't know about, like, I don't really have anyone specific that I want to be like, I want to collab. Because there are people that like inspire me and I look up to, but I don't think I would collab with them.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I think like my biggest idol in the streaming world would be Hafu.
She's
Because
awesome.
she is very competitive. She's someone that has like a lot of people like talk shit about her, like being not good at the game. She's a girl, blah blah blah. And so I kind of like resonate with that. But I don't see myself wanting to collab because I mean she plays like Hearthstone or she plays like card games in TFT, whereas I play League. So I feel like I can just like admire her from afar.
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess a collab, maybe like Lily Pichu would be cute, would be cool.
Yeah,
'Cause I feel
that'd
like
be insane.
Yeah, because she's like a variety gamer, so it's like I could honestly just like I guess play anything. If I drive well with her, I can play any game with her.
Yeah, that'd be sick, actually. That'd be like, for me, that's like a low-key fanboy, because if it has weird like guys like go, oh my god, like with a girl streamer, if that makes sense, like a really big one. If it was, to me, it's just weird. I didn't even think of that until now, because I think I would like freak my shit out if we did, because she's like on the level, because she's like a couple million YouTube subs now as well. She's like
probably like one of the getting to be like close to one of the biggest females streamers out there. I've been always into like offline TV, so and not that I don't think I would ever be a part of offline TV, but like if I could, like I definitely would. I would like jump on it.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Hey, who knows? Maybe one day in about 3 years, you'll look back and go, holy shit, this is the thing that did it. But, that's all wishful thinking. But hopefully that would be cool. But anyway, so are there any other questions for anyone in the chat? And also, are there any questions for you, Lumi? And thank you again. It's been a pleasure so far.
Nice.
Oh yeah, actually, one other news I just realized. Did you hear about Fedmeister today? Maybe I
I
shouldn't
did.
do. Um, it's all good. I'll link you after this. It's actually just something. He got let go from the offline TV house today, unfortunately.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, was something bad?
Yeah. It's with some of the Me Too stuff with Yvonne. I think. Yeah. Not the best.
Oh,
I know.
I
It's
feel like there's drama everywhere, like on
yeah.
Twitter.
It's been
Lots of
crazy.
like sexual harassment is going on. In also Overwatch as well. Like a
Yeah.
lot of people coming speaking up about sexual harassment. And then there's also like, because I follow the beauty guru scene, like makeup,
Yeah.
and you would think it's just like people putting on makeup and teaching other people how to do makeup, but like it's a whole like catty community,
Yeah.
and they have their own drama, so it's like drama everywhere.
That's crazy. I feel like I don't know. With me, I was trying to distance myself from the drama. I'm just that's just how I am. But that's just crazy because it's been happening. Like it's just like the last week. I don't know how many people have been like upturned. Oh, this person did this, and oh, it's scary times to be honest. Like I know I've
It's
been feeling it.
I dislike the whole situation because it's kind of I hate cancel culture.
Yeah.
Um, and when it comes to these, it's like people are always like, "Oh, have you heard about this person? Are you still gonna support them?" And like if you say like, "Yes, you do," because maybe you don't see the situation as bad, or but for whatever reason, then they kind of associate like you being like, "Oh, so you're like supporting them, you're complicit, or you're
Yeah.
like you're just as bad as them or whatever," and then you also get cancelled. So I always hate like these type of cancel culture or cancel moments that come up. It's so annoying.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a hard question, but you know what? We'll have to get that off stream because I don't feel comfortable enough to keep talking about because it's a super hard issue, that's for sure. But thank you guys all so much for watching. It's been Under the Stream episode 2. How long have we gone live for? I don't even know. We've gone
I
live
like
for
it.
43 minutes. That was actually not bad. Are you going live after this, by the way, Lemmy?
I think I will.
All right, I'll host you after this. But thank you so much. It has been an absolute pleasure with you being here. Yeah, if you would need anything, by the way, remember I'm here. And yeah, if you ever want to do another one of these at some point in the future, let me know. That'd be really cool.
No worries.
All right. Thanks everyone again, chat. Go say hello to Lumi. Going to be hosting it after this. I had a lovely time as usual, and thank you.